channel. I am Brooklyn Book Belle, and hey y'all. Woo. So I have been getting a bunch of new friends here on the channel. Hey y'all. And so I never did like a booktube newbie tag. I didn't do one. When I had my other channel, all she do is shop and read, I did one over there, but I didn't do one over here. So I'm not gonna do a booktube newbie tag, but I was reading a book blog, A Cat, a Book, and a Cup of Coffee Tea, the blog or whatever, and the woman who runs this page, definitely had a 20 questions book tag, and I was like, I could do that, just so like, you know, we can get to know each other more. Listen, I'm a Southern girl living in Brooklyn, New York. I am 13 years into my New York journey, and I love it here. And so I just want to like talk to y'all and like, you know, just shoot the shit. I love that. Listen, I am a talker. I just want to shoot the shit with y'all, kick it, do all the things. But we're going to talk about these 20 questions. And yeah, I hope y'all like it. Oh God, I'm so nervous. To calm my nerves, I have a nice little cuppy. We're doing lavender tea, lavender chamomile tea with a shot of Crown. You talk about relaxing. This is it. We're gonna be relaxed. It's a chill vibe, and I literally keep. So I don't know if y'all know, but when I was putting up my bookshelves for my library, I put up a bottle on the bookshelf of bookshelf bourbon, but I like whiskey, so it's Crown Royal, it's whiskey, but it's always on the bookshelf. So if we're ever sitting in the book chair and we need a little shot to add to our cup, that's where we're going to get it. Okay, so I hope y'all are well. We're ending out 2024. I started this booktube page in January, and I was like, girl, you just gotta do one video a month. And that's what I've been trying to do. That has been my pace. I am going to pick it up going into 2024. I have some amazing things planned, not just for Brooklyn Book Belle, but also I am, if you do not know, I'm in a book club that I run with my friend Annie, and we are the page turning homies, okay? We like our books with a vibe. We normally have champagne. It's like a whole thing. It's a lot of Black women who are doing amazing things, and we are each other's community, and it is great. Something else I have in a pipeline is chapters, champagne, and chaos. Also with a good friend of mine, like we are going to have our Stanley cups filled with our Venere Prosecco, and we want to talk as readers about books. Like, and so these are things that are coming. They're coming. They're coming. But I do want to do these 20 questions in this book tag, and I hope you will go on this journey with me. Y'all know I don't like to keep y'all here too long. I'm thinking 25 minutes. 25? I can't talk for longer than 25 minutes. We're gonna see. Okay. How many books is too many books in a book series? How many books is too many? I mean, L.A. Banks, the series was 13 books. This year I read Monica Walter's Bayroat family series, and I think the Bayroats had like 20 books. I can't do no more Monica. And I really like Monica Walters, but that Bayroat series was like 18 books. I think my cap is like 5. I think I've done the 12 book, I've done the 13, I've now done a 20. I don't think a series needs to be longer than 5. Wrap this shit up, okay? Wrap it up, make it a pamphlet. Send this shit out in the email. These books is getting to be too much. It's too long. The series are too long. Cut it down. Let's stop. Okay. What do you think? I don't know. I think 5 is good. I'm waiting to see how many books is gonna be in the that series that started with Wishful Thinking and then Kiss and Spell by Celestine Martin. Y'all know she's a slow burn. I hope she don't go more than 5. I don't think I could stick with it because there's 2 other cousins. So hopefully it's just 4. 4 is always a good. 4 is good. 4 is good. Unique did like 15 too. And I be bought in, y'all. Next year, I'm not reading more than 5 books that are 800 pages or more. I'm not doing it. It's too much. So I will be choosing wisely. And then on top of that, I'm not doing no series that got more than 10 books in it. I can't commit. I don't want to commit. There's so many great things to read. Okay, moving on. Question number 2. Oh my goodness, this is so like, I hope I don't talk too much. Okay, how do you feel about cliffhangers? I don't like them. Again, I don't like them. Like, I get it. We want 2 books in a series. Wrap this shit the fuck up and quit playing with me. How dare you leave this shit on a cliffhanger? I don't like them. I really don't. And I try like not to like low rate the book because it was left on a cliffhanger. Like, I think that Daughter of the Moon Goddess is a 2-book series. One left on a cliffhanger. They finished it. We're just moving on to the next part. You don't have to cliffhanger me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. I don't know. I think it's a gimmick. This is my thoughts, my opinions. Just me. Okay. Question number 3. Hardcover or paperback? That's tough. That's a tough one. Hardback or paperback? So I don't like the flop. You know how people like having like a paperback book that they can like crack the spine and it flops up? I don't actually like that. I actually like hardcover books because I can't crack it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to break the back of my book. I really don't. I don't like it. Yeah, I'm going with hardcover. I'm a hardcover girly. I'm a stan. All them books over there. Okay, not all of them. Most of them are hardcover. And that's what I'm a stand on business. I like hardcover books. Okay, number 4. What is my favorite book? Hold, please. Favorite book of all time. It's going to be Behind Those Eyes by T.P. Carter. It spans 3 lifetimes, okay? It spans 3 lifetimes. These 2 people meet in 3 different lifetimes. The first one is in Harlem, New York. I really think that this kind of spurred my love of New York City. The second one, they meet in D.C. at a school that's kind of like Howard. I think he's either Alpha or Omega. She's an AKA because the author's AKA. Listen, it's my soror. But they meet under like, he's the friend of her current boyfriend, and like they have this like poetic affair. Like, it's poetic. I have never rooted for somebody messing with somebody's husband so hard. Woo! And the writing. For me, Behind Those Eyes, I think, was the first book that I had to sit back and kind of just be like, wow, it's so well written, so thought out. The writing is beautiful, it's poetic. It literally feels like verse. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like prose and verse. That's what it feels like. And it steals my heart. It's a reread once a year for me. This is like my 4th physical copy. It's paperback. But the spine is not cracked or anything because I treat it very nicely. It's my favorite book. I have to treat it nicely. Okay, we'll leave her over there. Okay, my least favorite book. I don't have one because I DNF books. I believe that there are so many books out in the world. I don't have to read shit I don't like. But if I had to think, I probably would say this year, that book that I read with Shelby, I'll put it right here. I don't even remember the name of it. All I know is they had a really good playlist, but the main character got on both of our nerves. She did. We didn't like her. So yeah, so I DNF a lot of books. I believe that, again, there are a lot of books in this world. We don't have to read things that we don't like to then talk shit about them. We don't have to. Okay, number 6. Love triangles, yes or no? No. 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 I don't like love triangles. I just don't. I want my man to like me, be obsessed with me, only be chasing me. I'm the object of his affection and all of his attention. That's it. So no love triangle. It's not gonna be me and her and you. No. Pick one. And if it ain't me, Godspeed. Go about your day. Yeah, I don't like that. Do y'all like love triangles? I read the synopsises of books, and if you see like the types of books that I talk about on here, there's no love triangles because I don't like them. unless it's a poly. Now, it's a polyamorous relationship. I think that is different. I also just want to shout out all of the Black authors that are writing polyamorous romance right now and really getting bigged up over on book Twitter. Like, the Black girlies are really into polyamory right now on the page. I don't know how much we're putting it into practice in real life, but on the page, we like a little poly. Them books they top 50 on Goodreads right now. No shade. No shade. I'm listen. So yeah, no traditional love triangles, but a polyamorous relationship. I'm gonna eat that shit up. Why choose? Eat it up. Okay. The most recent book I just couldn't finish. Okay, y'all. So I am very like, either I like it or I don't. Either I'm reading it or I'm not. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I do have 2 books that right now it's taking me a bit longer than normal to just read them, but I just think that's because my attention span is just not there. But I'm into them. I just am not reading them quickly. So I'm reading them very slowly. And that would be, what am I reading right now? The Vanished Tide by AJ Locke, which is the second book after The Vanished Witch. It's not, the story's not moving slow. I'm just savorily reading it. I'm reading it slowly. The other one is His Dark Reflection by marvelous Michael Anson. And listen, I don't do a lot of, what is this called? What is this? It's not horror. It's what is this? It's a thriller. I knew it started with a T. I just couldn't get the word out. It's a thriller. So I don't do a lot of thrillers, but this book was written by Marv with the E over on, on Twitter. And I was like, I have to read this book. This is difficult. There are a lot of people. There are also a lot of different like storylines that you're having to like keep up with. And there are also people being very deceptive or dishonest. So we don't know who's telling the truth, who's not. All we know is that this man seemingly killed his own son in front of his daughter. But now we found out that there's a twin involved. Y'all, it has taken me a minute, but it's because I want to make sure I'm reading the book and like I'm getting through it, and so it's not that I can't finish a book. If I don't like a book, I'm a DNF it. I said that before. But will I read a book very slowly? Yes, that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, a book I'm currently reading. Clearly, I'm reading The Vanished Tide. I'm also reading His Dark Reflection. I am also reading, clearly I have a problem. I am also reading, what else am I reading? Keep You to Myself. This one might be a DNF. I'm gonna try like 10 more pages, but it might be a DNF. It's given, we're not gonna finish it. So that's Keep You to Myself by Brianne Dene. I'm reading The Vanished Tide by AJ Locke, and His Dark Reflection by marvelous Michael Anson. Marv with the E over on Twitter. Shout out to the homie. Okay, last book you recommended to someone. I don't even think y'all ready for it because I haven't done my my May monthly wrap up, because I'm doing this video. But y'all, I read one of the like sexiest, hottest, just I couldn't believe what was on the page type books. Like I was like, like that's how my jaw was literally on the floor for the entire 215 pages of this book. It's The Oath, a Why Choose novel by T.M. Richardson, currently at a 4.76 on Goodreads. I haven't done this because we're doing this little thing, but here's the thing. Miles, Deacon, and Cassidy are Franklin's best friends, brothers. In every sense of the word. When Franklin asked his brothers to do something unorthodox as his dying wish, the trio has some reservations. When they tell his widow, about the oath that they were bound in brotherhood to uphold? Will she run or embrace a new phase of her life that includes the three of them? So that's the three of them and one of her. Tatum thought she'd found forever until tragedy struck when her husband of 22 years dies. Tatum feels her world has ended. Little does she know that Franklin's last request opens up a Pandora's box of something even greater and fulfilling than she ever imagined. Will dating three men open up her world and give her heart a second chance at happiness? Your man, your partner, your person in this world that you've been with for 22 years dies, but he has asked his three best friends to take an oath and to be with his wife. I don't think y'all ready for it. I don't think I was ready for it, but I read it and yo, I gave that shit a 5-star. I gave that shit 5 stars. T.M. Richardson wrote the fuck out of that book and it was so good. She's such a good writer. Shout out to Tati. Like the book, I'm gonna talk more about, go in depth about it in my recap, but yeah, that's the one that I keep being like, hey yo, you got it. I'm pushing it like we was pushing Fly Girl back in high school. Like I'm like, read this, okay? Read it right now, like get into it. Okay, oldest book you've read. I mean, we all had to read like the Iliad in high school, but I guess I can remember reading The Color Purple. My mom had it on her bookshelf. That was pretty old to me. I also read Their Eyes Were Watching God when I was in high school, when that movie came out with Halle Berry and Michael Ealy. So I guess those would be my two like oldest that I read like a long time ago. I would say those two, yeah. Their Eyes Were Watching God and then The Color Purple. Favorite author? I always get really stuck when someone's like, what's your favorite book? What's your favorite author? Clearly, I know what my favorite book is because it's a tried and true. Every time I read it, it's a 5-star. But my favorite author to me is really difficult because I like so many different things, right? I like a lot of different things. You probably like a lot of different things too. I don't know. I did my day of release author list, so that those 5 I guess are pretty much up there. Like they're up there. Those 5 are up there. Favorite author. I mean, L.A. Banks is like GOAT status to me, right? She wrote the Vampire Hunter series, which is my all-time favorite series. So I guess L.A. Banks would be in the mix of a favorite author. Romance wise, I did those 5, but I guess you could always say like I'm a Beverly Jenkins stan. Been reading Beverly Jenkins since I was in high school. I am a Brenda Jackson stan. Been reading Brenda Jackson since I was in high school. But a favorite author, oh my gosh, I don't have one. I think it would be L.A. Banks, honestly. Because she kind of marries the two. She has like a life as a romance author, but also this fantasy author situation. So it would probably be L.A. Banks. I'm gonna go with that. She's my favorite. L.A. Banks. Okay. Ooh. Okay. What's next? Buying books or borrowing books? I buy books. I'm a book hoarder. I love a physical book. I love to swipe that card for multiple books. I love that. Is that sustainable? No. Is that okay? No. Like, I clearly should probably be going to the library in my neighborhood, but what would I rather do? Buy a book. Because I like packages at my door. Yeah. So I buy books. I'm not borrowing books. Well, I mean, technically I borrow books through Kindle Unlimited. So I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription where you pay the $12 a month, and then you can just go into the Kindle Unlimited library, and so many indie authors put their books on Kindle Unlimited. I just make sure I get to like the last page so they get their page count. But yeah, I will borrow a book through Kindle Unlimited. I'm not going to the library, although I should, because support libraries. But I like to buy books. I like to have them, keep them, give them to my friends. Like, it's a habit. It's really bad. Okay, a book that you dislike that everyone else seems to love. I don't even have to think on it. I hated The Coldest Winter Ever. I hated it when I read it in high school. I hated it when I read it again in 2020 when the sequel was coming out. I didn't like it. And that's just my opinion. I don't even go back and forth with like The Coldest Winter Ever fans. I'd be like, okay, girl, like, hear you, got it, cool. I ain't like it. I'm more of a fly girl kind of girl. Give me Tracy in Germantown any day. Winter Santiago, not my kind of book. I really hated that book. Like, I really have hate in my heart for it. Oh well, like, I ain't like it. There's nothing to argue about either. It's just my opinion, and we're all allowed to have opinions here on the Brooklyn Book Bell page. Moving on. A book you can always reread. Okay, I've probably talked about this author when I gave like favorite romance recommendations. If I haven't, tell me that I haven't, and I'll do a video, because I could do a whole video on her like world. But that would be D. Camille. D. Camille from Detroit, who did the Black Magics, or the Blacks, the Black Diamonds, and then the Heirs, and then they're all about zodiac signs. I can't remember the name, but I will reread any of those books because it starts with the Blacks. The Sun God, he's my favorite. Him and Sean, actually. Okay, well, Jordan too. Oh, I might have to do a little series for that. It's giving because they're like secret agents. They have like their own like shit that they're doing, but they are like, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a series on that. So it's D. Camille. Any of her books, in the Black series, or in the Heirs series, or in the one that's like the zodiac signs, I would read all of those any day, hands down. I don't even have to talk about it. That's what it is. Okay, can you read while hearing music? Listen, I can read while doing anything because I've just always done that. So when I was in school, my teachers would get very upset. They'd be like, oh my gosh, she talks so much, and they would always be calling my mama and telling on me. And so my mom would be like, when you get done with your work, can you just read a book? Sure. Well, that turned into, while the teachers were teaching, I started reading my books because y'all didn't want me reading, or y'all didn't want me talking. So let me just find me something to do. So I can literally listen to anything, the TV, music, other people talking. I could read anywhere, honestly. It is not a problem for me. I'm gonna read anywhere. Don't put a book in my hand. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna read it. Okay, one point of view or multiple points of view? One would be my favorite. Just because, like, one or two. Two's my max. If it gets to be in 3 and 4 and they each got their own chapters, I'm a DNF it. I'm sorry. My little ADHD cannot focus on that. I need who are the main people I need to know what's happening with them. Seriously, like, who are they? Whoever those people are, I could pay attention. I'm gonna follow. Having all those multiple people talking to me at the same time, oh, it's exhausting. But that's just me. That's just what I like, you know. Okay, do you read a book in one sitting or over multiple days? It depends. So if I have a day off, I can read a novella and or like a full length novel in one day. novella I could read in the morning. That evening I could read a full-length book in a day. Depending on the page, depending on font size. But it normally takes me 1 to 2 days to finish a full-length book. If the book is 500 pages or more, that's when I extend it a little bit more. It's probably going to take me 3 to 4 days, and it's probably because I'm reading novellas while I'm reading the full-length novel that's 500 to 800 pages. Those really stressed me out this year. Needful Noir and A Demon's Dream, I think those were the 2 easiest because they were both digital, and so because they were so long, I read them in like 2 days. I also read that book that we're not going to discuss on this page in 24 hours. Yeah, that crazy lady, her dragon book, I read that shit in 24 hours. So it can be done. And that book I think was like 500 pages. I think I read it in 24 hours. Yeah. And this is not me bragging. This is because, again, I have ADHD and I read while doing other things, right? So I read on the train, I read on my lunch break, I read when I get home, I read as I'm falling asleep. Like, that's how I self-soothe to go to sleep, is to read. So I'm constantly reading. It's constant. Like, literally when I get done filming this, I'm probably going to sit on my day bed because I don't have a couch because I like to be cozy. I'm going to get on the day bed. I'm going to put something on TV and I'm going to read. Like, literally, that is the thing. Until I fall asleep. That's it. Okay. Who do you tag? I don't know. Who should I tag? I'm gonna tag Shelby. Shelby's gonna have to do this because she is my friend who gets on the internet and talks to y'all the same way I do. If you are not following Shelby in the bookstore, please, or Shelby in the book club. I can't remember what she is on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure it's Shelby in the book club. Go ahead and follow Shelby. That's the homie. Like, in real life, that's the homie. So I'm gonna tag her in this and then we'll see where it goes from there. But this was super fun. Was this fun? I'm so nervous. I hope this was fun. If this was fun, or if you're still here, please please drop a stack of books. You already know what to do. I am so grateful to have made friends with each and every one of you. And like I said, y'all know I like to get into the chat and talk to you guys. It takes me a few days. I like for the video to be up for a while, and then I like circle back and be like, ah! I go really crazy and answer everybody all at the same time. But thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about me, because we're talking about books over here and we keep it diverse genre wise, but y'all know it's up and it's stuck and it's Black authors over here. Okay, that's just me. This is what I love. It's what I've been doing. It is not hard for me. It ain't difficult. Y'all know what my ethos is over here. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Until next time, you guys. Bye.